You knew we were probably going to ask you about Bill C-69, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, other energy companies have said they're not going to invest in Canada as a result if this bill goes through in its current form. So what do you say to companies that don't think that they're going to be able to invest in Canada if this new legislation goes into force? And we have some chiefs here today, and so they've added into the question in that the fact that the majority of Treaty 7 nations are against Bill C-69. So what's your assurances that you give to them if this bill will not harm us or reduce profits, reduce royalties, and reduce exploration and production on their lands?
I think one of the best ways of reducing profits, reducing royalties, and reducing production on people's lands is to not get anything built.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to not get anything built. We want to actually move forward on a process that is going to get approval, but also give clarity, give clear timelines, and a predictable frame for international investors, for proponents of big projects. That's what people have been asking for. Now, on Bill C-69, we've been listening, we've been working, we've been making modifications as industry has come forward and asked about better things. But I will highlight that, for example, the Canadian Mining Association, which is responsible for the largest number of environmental assessment processes across the country on an annual basis, is fully supportive of Bill C-69 because they see that it actually stops the clock less frequently than the existing regulations. It sets consultations further forward in the process so you have a better chance of finding out early if there are unbreachable or unfixable problems in your process, and it gives that greater degree of certainty and clarity that is necessary. The alternative to moving forward with something like this is to try to do what the previous government did and minimize assessment, minimize partnerships with Indigenous people. And we saw that that sort of doesn't work. It hits a dead end because they weren't able to get things done.
So what do you say to those companies that are not going to invest in Canada as a result?
Well, first of all, Bill C-69 is continuing to move forward, and I'm not really going to engage with hypotheticals right now because we know that there's an awful lot of politics being played around Bill C-69. We are focused on getting things done the right way, and anyone comes forward with constructive suggestions on how we can improve it, how we can tweak it, how this particular facet of it is not actually going to help. We are listening. We are very much wanting to break this stalemate we've gotten into in this country where there is a deep suspicion of people, by people in other parts of the country about big projects being moved forward here. And we have to allay those concerns, and we have to figure out a way to demonstrate that things that this industry has been making significant progress on, whether it's environmental sustainability, energy efficiency, great partnerships with Indigenous peoples, the kinds of things that are happening here actually get properly noticed and credited. And to do that, we have to change the approach that has been overly confrontational over the years.
Mm-hmm. And that takes time, right? Is it?
Not necessarily time. We're moving forward in a significant way. I mean, I know the LNG Canada investment is not directly as beneficial to Alberta as people would like, but it's a good example of a massive investment, $40 billion in Canada's energy sector in a way that worked through some significant environmental challenges and some significant potential Indigenous challenges as well, and created partnerships and made it happen in a way that I think we can all be inspired and reassured by.